Hi, I'm John Clark. I'm a postural alignment specialist certified by the Egoscue Institute to teach postural therapy. Today, we're going to be talking about an e-size called modified floor blocks. This is a modification of another e-size called floor blocks. If you want to check out that e-size, go ahead and check out the card and whichever side of that card is on this video right here. Alright, so let's get into how to perform the modified floor block exercise. Now, if you've done floor blocks, you already know that you need 2 yoga blocks. You can use 2 of the thicker ones, that's what I prefer, more stability, but 2 of these thinner yoga blocks will work as well. You can also use larger cushions and stuff, but for me personally, I really like the stability provided by the blocks. Getting set up, first thing, if you wear glasses like me, you're going to need to take those off because your forehead's going to be on the ground and it will definitely scrunch up your nose there if you keep those glasses on. Now, you need to have enough room to lay on your belly, and you're going to have these blocks situated such that you can be in this position but on the ground, face down. Oh. And you're going to have your elbows at 90 degrees and your upper arm at 90, your shoulder at 90 degrees of flexion, essentially straight out, and then your elbow going straight up. That's 90 degrees flexion at the shoulder, 90 degrees flexion at the elbow, and we need enough space to lay down flat. Now, you can have these blocks situated a couple different ways. Most people, if you don't, I'm a big guy. I've got a tall torso, or wide torso, whatever dimension you want to call that. So I like to have these blocks situated like this so that they're both vertical, because that provides a bigger stretch across my chest here. But like my mom, when I have her do this exercise, or most smaller frame people, you're going to want these blocks situated like this, and that should still provide a really good stretch across this midsection. Now, this exercise in general is trying to accomplish a few things. I'm not sure I guess I need to take off my watch so it stops talking to you guys too. We are trying to decrease shoulder disparities. We are trying to reduce rotation in the hips and pelvis. We are trying to reduce rotation in the femurs. We're getting the hips, pelvis, and torso and shoulders all working together. This is a passive stretch. We're getting a nice stretch in the abdomen, so let's check it out. Should be all in frame here. Now, here are the important things. Like I said, shoulders at 90 degrees flexion, going straight out. So I don't want them down here, and I don't want them up here. Shoulders need to be straight out, 90 degrees flexion. You can let the wrist relax. That's what I like to do at least. And this is why it's hard to talk about this one. I need to make sure that my forehead, it's as if I'm looking down towards my feet from here, so that my forehead is on the ground and my nose isn't pushing into the ground. That'll hurt. So it's just like this, but with my head down, so you can't hear me down there. And deep breaths while you're doing this. Deep breaths are very important. It's going to help to get that spine to release, get the hips to release. You can really feel a difference with the deep breathing in this position as compared to just breathing normally. Additionally, you see that my toes are pigeon-toed. My toes are touching. My big toes are touching. I don't want to see your ankles pointed out. That's not the proper form for this exercise. We need these ankles, or the ankles pointed in, the big toes touching. And we want to let the lower back have an arch in it. We're not trying to curl forward. Some people If it's really hard for them to get their thoracic spine extended, kind of like in this position here, they might try to curl and lift their hips off the floor by putting their hips into flexion. We want those hips to be straight, just like that. I'm not tightening my abdomen. I'm letting it relax and release. And that's another big portion of why you need to keep breathing deeply. That'll help. The deep belly breaths will help keep the abdomen from tightening up, and then the hips tightening up and lifting that pelvis off the floor.